Hey everybody, it's Alan. Going to give you a quick update on the 1967 Oldsmobile 442. What you're looking at right now is the motor. I got a previous video that shows the motor all apart. And I went right through the motor. I put new rod bearings, main bearings, rings. Um, give you a little update or history on the whole car. Bought it from the original owner. His father bought it brand new about 10 years ago. His father gave him the car, and he's my age. And it was just too much maintenance for him, so he decided to sell the car. So I bought it, and I was just going to do the normal, tune it up, change the oil. Well, the dipstick was broken in the block, so the only way you can get it out, you have to pull the motor out, pull the pan off, and from one thing led to another, and I decided to just freshen the motor up with rings, rods, and main bearings, time and chain. Did a valve job, put all new Teflon, not Teflon, but the new positive lock valve seals on it. All new gaskets everywhere, and put new motor mounts on it, painted it, all new freeze plugs, new plugs. It's got the original carburetor on it. It's got the original alternator on it. Checked all the numbers. So I rebuilt the alternator, put bearings in it, put the brushes in it. It has the original starter on it, so I did the same thing with that. It looks like the water pump's been changed. Excuse me. And it looks like the distributor has been replaced at one time or another, so it does not have the stock distributor in it. It does have a point distributor in it like it should. So I'm going to start it up so you guys can hear it. And I got to change the microphone over, so once it's running I'll flick the microphone. It's going to change a little bit, because if I don't it gets all distorted and you can't actually hear what it sounds like. So give me a second, I'll fire this thing up for you. Forgot to turn the fan on for the radiator. It started getting a little hot, started spitting some water out of it. But that's it. It's all painted the original color. Cleaned all the brackets, painted every bracket. It's got good oil pressure. Took a compression test before I started. Had 180 in every cylinder. This is the car, 67. Like I said, it's all original car. Yesterday I cleaned the engine compartment and painted it up. Oh, that's that part. And it is original 4-speed car. And the other cool thing it's got, here's the interior. I got all the interior out of it, but here is it's got the tick-tock clock, tack. It's got all the gauges. Everything works in it. Super cool. It's a 4-speed car, and here is the transmission case. I just rebuilt the shifter, cleaned it, took care of that. Just cleaned all the cases. Did everything right here in my vapor honing cabinet, which is sandblasting material, what kind of sandblasting sand you want to use, mixed in with water. Does an awesome job. Here is all the internal parts. I'm just waiting for some stuff to show up. So the transmission is going to be all rebuilt. Motor is going to be all rebuilt. The front end's all rebuilt. It's got new control arm bushings, ball joints, upper and lower, tie rod ends, springs and shocks. And then in the rear it's got upper and lower control arm bushings, springs and shocks. So the suspension's all done. I just got done doing all the brakes on it. It's got all new shoes, wheel cylinders, brake hoses, hardware kits, packed the bearings. Had the drums all turned. So the drums, the brakes are done. The suspension's all done. The motor's all done. The transmission's gonna be all done. So it should be a decent running car when it's all finished. When I finally get to the point where it's actually running, I will take another video and get you guys caught up to speed with that. And I don't know what else I can tell you in the meantime, but that's it. But thanks for watching. Hit my subscribe button. There's some other videos on there you might find fun. I hope you're all doing good with the coronavirus. I'm staying here in my garage where it's safe and taking care of this thing here. And once I get this done, I'll jump back on the 57 again. And I finally got the throttle cables and everything all straightened out. It actually runs. I can actually drive it on the trailer, off the trailer, in the garage, out of the garage. So I got to do some tuning work on that next. So stay tuned for that. But stay tuned for this because this is going to be the next thing I'll be finishing up. So thanks for watching. All be safe. And remember, burning rubber keeps you young.